Attorney General vet?
I did.
All right. With general impression.
He handled the questions very tactfully. Of course, the session with Afenyo Markin.
Yeah.
In utmost respect to Afenyo Markin, a lot of his questions were needless. He was wasting everybody's time. And I believe that the chairman of the committee, will have to allot time to him. He cannot have the whole world at his beck and call. And it is beginning to look like he's virtually hijacking the whole thing and wanting to do things just his own. I don't think that is good enough. But on the performance by the minister designate, I believe he was calm enough, especially issues that are not yet granted. And that association was ABR or a certain interest in certain particular companies' rates or seats. I think he was able to let it. And I want to believe that he's done quite well.
Okay. What show the performance and difference now between or no any former Attorney General Godfrey Dame?
I see him not going to be more like a party person, be an Attorney General, and more or less always wanting to prosecute a party agenda. That is something that will not be helpful. But I believe that Honorable Eckhart said they are even going to set up an internal investigative unit, which will mean that even where certain cases are brought before them, they will find their own way of trying to establish the veracity or the truthfulness of it, and some people push it matter or push it to the court. And I think that is good enough. An Attorney General should not be a Prosecutor General. The idea is Minister of Justice. If justice should have itself. If I don't know, not about the two anymore. Say, yeah, I said, no, if you make it no. What in the purpose are any idea you do see a conviction at the amount. You don't have to do everybody there.
Okay.
I believe those are some of the things that came out clearly with. For instance, there were these questions about the tribunal, and some of the NPC, Ibisa questions, the tribunal, it is going to bring about caning and all those type of things. I found that one to be very ridiculous. I mean, I expect the MPs to ask questions, which will exact the quality. Or what they are going to be the handlers.
Yeah.
But when somebody says that I'm even going to have a tribunal, just because some time ago in the revolutionary time, there was a word used tribunal. People were more or less manhandled. It's what is tribunal, what developed a phobia towards the word tribunal. I don't think people should behave like that. And what worried me was the fact that some of them who were posing the questions are themselves lawyers. And they know that when we mention tribunal, it does not necessarily mean that a kangaroo court to be now here. No. And I like the way that issue was handled by the minister designate, because he anchored the whole thing in the constitution, which says that after the regional tribunal, any other court appropriate enough to be set up. Those things can be done. And he explained it to say, look, this tribunal system will have at least the judge or a lawyer who will be the chairperson. And then we will have lay people who will also, as it were, be with him. Here, courts are serious cases like that and others. They are done, by the jury system. The judge is there, but they will bring people from ordinary backgrounds to form the jury. And it is what the jury says, which the judge will have to go by.
Okay.
At least if we are beginning to have a system now, if we are even at our local level or at whichever level, never pay justice, at least at the district level, you pay our jury system in this guy. to ensure that Ibenya people of various backgrounds to ensure that at least that your tribe will be your tribe based on persons of various backgrounds and who can probably understand the circumstances and when the background ever commit a certain act, so that at least when he is going to be convicted and that's when he's going to be sentenced, those things could be considered. So I think that it is moving in the right direction. And once again, I think that I think the Mr. Daisy did quite well.
All right. So, Usha, letter, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, FN Executive Secretary, Callisto Trauma, IGP, concerning investigations, what's more in related to 2020 election. Kumi mo ameswale mo sankrofoni nyina investigations no general we o se na dwuma ase a ekita hudie ben na was ekoso between one IGP on that investigations president ehwehwe no.
Indeed, the president, I have heard various versions. Some people are saying that it wasn't that the president was asking the Inspector General to more or less investigate the matter, but that it was asking the Inspector General to update him on the status of those matters.
Sure.
I believe that normally what happens is that the police will do the investigation or the investigative entity, on your investigation, then that camp will now be sent to the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice. And then the prosecution of that particular matter will then be determined by the Attorney General himself. Any other person who does any prosecution in court, officers and others, they are doing that for and on behalf of the Attorney General. If there is electoral killing, I don't know, I see a certain political dimension. So obviously, when the report is sent to the president, he will have to discuss that with the Attorney General.
Okay.
And mind you, the Attorney General is a legal advisor, to government.
Sure.
Even though the president has currently even appointed a former Attorney General as the personal lawyer, I believe that he's going to have the opportunity of having at least two Attorney Generals advising him on recommendations or findings of the police or the investigating body. And I want to believe that something positive will come out by way of recommendations or advice that should be given to the president.
Okay.
But of course, this goes a long way to unduly indict the previous government. Except for the whole 8 years, we never had the opportunity of hearing or listening to them make a single comment on that particular murder. Also, 8 innocent persons lost their lives just because you were going to say that you have a papa way and I say papa way.
Yeah.
And for me, that is a huge indictment on President Kufu, who has been touted as a human rights activist. That is the issue on his part.
All right. Along the line, veteran, you will say, Honorable Afenyo Markin, work out because or say question be no more episode will bisano. Chairman no insist question here beside that. Was it in Chile, Thomas and was a real was taking workout. Sir, at no, Edeneka.
And actually, it rather shows that he is just being unnecessarily disruptive. You see, when you happen to be minority leader, now particular program way, I wouldn't say it is being live, and then you continue as chairman of the committee, and then you have been talking about my people. Does it mean that these people are not these people? What are you talking about? Parliamentary leadership, it is the minority leader and the majority leader. It is these two people who are the leadership. And so all others who are in parliament happen to be members of parliament.
Okay.
So he should not be sitting there and be, creating this disruptive and divisive attitude. It is not good at all for him. And I don't think that he is helping the NPP in any way. In fact, he is becoming something like, an unnecessarily loud crying baby. And I was very happy when one of the NDC guys told me in the previous challenge, I feel the why am I so.
All right. Where the and count but may Miss Lawyer. Matisse or my penny John Dramani Mahama or name Nanum HCI, and during their conversation, no Wakase, and Mrabi Ayaya amendments were more as they are restricted and woman to me and ya open participation. Ewa near maybe a coso, Ewa Yamam woman or Paso ya amendment. I met me and ya quine. Especially if you are bit me free can not the cat alcohol or say may or concession or hinting to me casa because I am rebia ama or hinting to me and fun no end to sound commonimo but your amendment no ebabwa ama I him for participation in the governance system no et me ejinana.
I believe any that will be done at the money irrespective of his position.
Yeah.
What you mean participate actively in the affairs of governance, it should be something that I believe all of us will have to agree to. For instance, certainly what you say, be a crew, now the what you say, lithium, I will order. Now, if I use a lithium, I will do crew. No consultations is done with me. Now, we will be the letter back. What's the amount of concession? And then okay, let's see order from above. Order from above in my town. At least that order from above in my town should be something like which should be above code. So I believe that any amendment and as any law be a bit more point, a handful. And you may set or more at least the governance at least ensuring that all persons you pay you money. Why not? I believe that one should be supported. But of course, the one which I would not support is anything which will give Chiefs the opportunity to openly come and be campaigning. You that we and not a year time, not a year of war. And for some of us, we knew that a lot of these chiefs were saying things that had told them by those visiting parties or for. In certain cases, even switched off a kind of graph. A speech that has been written by the party consent, and it doesn't serve because I think the Nano was so in their own small way, no, no more, not a whole amount. I'm so baby, yeah, a demas ubu then I translate. My friend said to save you, yes, say, not gonna be in a theatre. Debiano, and yet, Piani, any a dime, any at a decade. Nemo de beya ebe ti hama intini ma so that be de ma ko so ya almost so much menya esusu emfa so yes we need money, yes we need power, but let us use this year for that we enye dia ebe ti ayi ya wa to yin na ma buntu a ebe ba no akaye nyina ni sa bi kan na ebi sa say you na all pass yen NDC for no internet say NPP for and one for university emu no almost yen omo dey yen kasa say yes, I get a bit more money now. So, to Abama with you, someone to Abama with you. That one should not be the issue. For instance, the present crucial of various companies, yeah, palm workers, when they go down. There may be a worker, or not only the news or NDC new, as you saw to about in my NDC. If you say, yeah, want to about the NDC, not NDC power, a party about power. Na enesa NDC for now more crop for eba bena ya would you say the next time let's to abandon their NDC. So we should be very careful about the kind of things that because I did the piano and going to see that.
All right, quick one. Where the last one, lawyer. What should be the relationship between Attorney General and a Special Prosecutor? Because Godfrey Dami time you who say a true baby now say woman terminal shutdown koye Attorney General no to me about cases be an Special Prosecutor no or they air corner if you are ultimate suggestion be to me be Birmingham Attorney General no any Special Prosecutor no shutdown papa sa na Special Prosecutor so currently Special Prosecutor in office any Attorney General office, what should be the relationship?
The relationship between the two entities should be where either heads of the two respecting the provisions as per the law establishing the various setups of had not been quite at home in respect of various rules not the
special prosecutor. No.
Because what is clear and it's under your constitution, no, near our point, so obey prosecute the attorney general. Jubega, that's a couple of prosecution, so that is where they begin to have a problem. Because under the act, the special prosecutor can also go to court. Now, if you realize that this special prosecutor is expected to deal with politically exposed persons. Now, when he's also dealing with those politically exposed persons, then the Attorney General will now come, show his yellow card and say, a Wudogo area. I want to believe that the new AG and the Minister of Justice, will have the opportunity to sit down and then make sure the always moving any wrong edges here issue up. Most of the time, the country for said some of these hiccups and also some of the challenges in EPA, they are meant to help us to resolve any area to be a gray area. And now that we have had this situation where at a certain point in time the Attorney General had problems with the special prosecutor, I want to believe that with the new Attorney General and the Minister of Justice, or no effort transit, now I don't know what to say. Area we maybe are going to have area had here, you cannot go. So that upon to do baby, nothing. They do the prosecutorial levels, then of course those people will also know how to handle it.
All right. Okay, lawyer ma me na see no pay ne wadaje a wo de aboa yen wo CTV so.
Mr. Meda TV bring am so.
Lawyer Paul Kumi na ye ne na kodi nkomo no